Hello students, now I am going to explain an important concept which is effective capacitance of capacitor in the presence of variable dielectric material. For this I have taken two plates in a capacitor. The gap between the two plates is D. This gap is completely filled with dielectric material. That material constant is K. This is variable. That K may change in two different ways. So the variation of K along this x-axis, or you can say parallel to length of the plates, like this. If it is the function of x, that K may change along this direction, or that K may change along y-axis or perpendicular to length of the plates. So in these two cases, how to write effective capacitance? Listen carefully. If K changes parallel to the length of the plates, divide the capacitor into small elements perpendicular to the direction of variation of K. If K changes perpendicular to the length, again that splitting of capacitor into small elements must be perpendicular to the direction of variation. K is changing along y-axis, split it perpendicular to y-axis. If K changes along x direction, split the capacitor into elements perpendicular to x-axis. That is the way to split the capacitor to get effective capacitance. After splitting the capacitor into small elements, we should write capacitance of that small element. Here I have taken this small element. This element, the thickness is dx, and these are the two plates. In case of this elementary capacitor, these are the two plates. This gap is filled with dielectric material with thickness d. Now you can see this plates dimensions b and dx. This elementary capacitor capacitance is dc equal to this k A epsilon naught by d, area of these plates of elementary capacitor. After writing this, now to get effective capacitance, so you can see when you split this capacitor into small identical elements, so that all the elements look parallel to each other. All positive plates are connected to this terminal and negative plates of that elements are connected to this terminal. It means all those are in parallel. So we know that in parallel combination of many capacitors is equal to that sum of capacitance of individual capacitors. Instead of sum, you can take integration. Integration of that capacitance of this elementary capacitor can give the total effective capacitance of this given capacitor. So integrate this, substitute here. So you will have this equation. Here this k is the function of x. They will provide some equation for this k, how it varies with x-axis. Now and that we should not forget that limits of this x. We should substitute the limits after completion of that integration process. Now limits for x, this element distance from this end is 0, last element distance is L. Those are the limits for x. So that is the equation to find effective capacitance of this capacitor. Second case, if K changes along this y direction or perpendicular to plates of this capacitor, here to find its effective capacitance, we should divide the capacitor into many elements perpendicular to the direction in which that K changes. That elements must be like this. So it is cut parallel to length of these plates. So this is the one of the elements which is selected. So I have drawn the same element here. So we should write this elementary capacitor capacitance. So it is equal to K A epsilon naught by d. You can see it's a dielectric constant K, and dimensions of this plate, length into breadth, that is area epsilon naught, and this thickness of dielectric material dy. So it is the equation for capacitance of that elementary capacitor. Now for that effective capacitance, so when we divide this capacitor into many elements, all the elements look in series. In series combination, we know that the reciprocal of effective capacitance of series combination of many capacitors is the sum of reciprocals of individual capacitors. This is the formula for series combination. So for similar to this, I have written its effective capacitance is equal to integration of capacitance of this elementary capacitor. Just substitute this here, you will have this equation. This equation can give the final effective capacitance. So here they will provide one equation how that K changes with y-axis. Based on this concept, I am going to write effective capacitance of capacitor whose dielectric constant changes with this x. It is the function of x. Then for this, already we have written the equation. Apply that equation for this. C effective or Cp or effective is equal to integration of K B epsilon naught dx by d. Substitute this K here, then write remaining constant terms outside the integration. It gives B epsilon naught by d integration of this equation K naught x by L plus K naught into dx. Limits for x are 0 to L. Do integration now. Integration of this equation gives what? K by L into x dx. So that is K naught by L. X dx integration is x square by 2, and directly you can substitute the limits. After substitution of limits, it gives L square by 2. This integration of this x square by 2, after substituting the limits, you will have this. Now for this K naught to dx, K naught is constant, integration of dx is x. Now substitute the limits. If you substitute the limits, you will have only L. Clear? Now this square and this L cancel. You can see here K naught L is common. Write that common terms outside the bracket. K naught L B epsilon naught by d of, here remaining terms are K naught L written outside. You will have 1 by 2 plus 1. Clear? Now this gives L into B is area. K naught area epsilon naught by d. So 1 by 2 plus 1 is 3 by 2. This is the equation for effective capacitance. Now another example. If K changes along y-axis according to this equation, then its effective capacitance is. Already we have written the formula for reciprocal of its effective capacitance, that is 1 by Cs equal to integration of this. You can write that dy in numerator. K means, from this equation I am writing dy Ka epsilon naught, limits from 0 to d. So substitute this K here, 1 by Cs equal to, these two are constants, write the constant terms outside the integration. So this is equal to 1 by dy, and this is K naught y by d plus K naught. Now we should integrate that on right side. for this, so to do this integration in simple manner, let us assume this denominator has some value k naught y by d plus k naught equal to z. So I made an assumption for a simple integration. So if this denominator is z, then let us differentiate this to get dy here. What is the differentiation of this? This k naught by d constant, y differentiation dy. This differentiation is 0 and dz. From this you will have dy equal to dz by k naught d. You can write that d here, that is dy. Write these two here in this equation, in above equation. Gives 1 by cs equal to 1 by ka epsilon naught. So this is now z in denominator, 1 by z, into dy is dz by k naught by d. Write these constants terms outside. This equation becomes, you can write this in numerator directly, d by k a epsilon naught. Integration of 1 by z dz is ln z, ln z. Clear? Now 1 by cs equal to d by a k a epsilon naught. Now let us substitute this z again. So already we have made assumption here. Z is what? K naught y by d plus k naught. What are the limits of this y? 0 to d. Now this equation implies 1 by cs equal to d by k a epsilon naught. Substitute the limits. First here upper limit ln. Here now this is d k naught d by d plus k naught. This is the upper limit substitution. Next substitute lower limit. It gives ln k naught d into 0. This it becomes 0. No need to write. You will have k naught only. K naught. Here you can cancel this d. It gives 1 by cs equal to d by k a epsilon naught. It gives ln k naught plus k naught. So it gives ln 2 k naught and minus ln k naught. You can write log a minus log b gives log a by b, log 2 k naught by k naught. This cancel. Now I am writing the final equation. Take the reciprocal of this. Cs equal to k a epsilon naught by d, and this term is in denominator ln 2. This is the equation for effective capacitance of a capacitor whose dielectric constant changes according to this equation along y direction.